You've clicked on this looking for information to better guide you on your home buying experience. Congratulations, you have arrived. Now just give me 8 minutes and I'll give you confidence. By the time you reach this point of online investigation and maybe being on the hunt for the area you're looking to buy, your big picture goal has already been established regardless of what the circumstances might be, a move, a promotion, a life event, expected or unexpected. And so from here, one level down on we need to get a new home are three important things to consider. They are: what price of home can I afford? What condition of home do I require? And what location of home do I need? What can I afford monthly? What goes into the monthly cost of my mortgage and general expense of the home? So let me break that down at a high level. And then I want to give us a concrete example of what that would look like applied to the average home where I'm at, Midland, Texas. First, what goes into your monthly payment? Principal and interest on your loan, property taxes, and homeowner's insurance. Now let's apply those elements of the monthly expense of your home to a hypothetical example that I'm going to give by just making up based on Midland's averages. So the average home price in Midland as of today, October 2nd, 2025, is around $370,000. You come in and put 20% down, $74,000. You're now left with a loan amount of $296,000. Using the weekly average from Freddie Mac, your principal and interest at 6.34% interest as an average over 30 years is going to give you a monthly payment on this part at $1,839.88 a month. Step two, your taxes. Midland Central Appraisal District averages out to about 1.47% a year. Imagining the purchase price and the tax assessed value are the same, which they usually aren't, you're looking at 1.47% of that, which annually will be $5,439 a year or about $453 a month. Step three, the insurance on your home, which will also be coming out as your mortgage payment. Texas home insurance websites give an average for this level of home around $2,400 a year, which averages out to about $200 a month. You're going to find the best quote you can get from the insurer you trust. Step four, if it's applicable, you have your homeowners association dues, which that applies to some neighborhoods in Midland and to some it doesn't. Some examples of that range between $20 and $40 a month. So we'll give it an average of 30. Now, let's break that down and total up. So now, if we combine those numbers, we have what our monthly payment is likely going to be at $2,525 a month before any utilities and maintenance or extras for the home and its expense are calculated in. So, what are those extras? In Midland, the averages that you can find online for electricity are going to be between 150 and 220 a month for roughly what this will buy you in size of home, 1,700 to 2,200 square feet. You want to keep money in reserve for necessary routine maintenance on the home, usually 1% a year of the price. So $3,700, roughly $308 a month as a cushion on what might need to be fixed. And then you have water, sewer, trash, and internet added based on your providers. So when we add those in, we're left with needing about 2,900 to 3,100 a month for the all-in cost on the home. Okay, now a common question at this point is, all right, what if I buy a home in that range, but I get a significantly better interest rate from my lender? I gave the base average of 6.34% that put a monthly payment of principal and interest at 1840 a month, roughly. What if I get half a percent lower than that or half a percent higher? Half a percent lower at the same parameters, same down payment, same home price for 5.84% instead of 6.34% would put you at a monthly payment of about $1,744 a month. If you go up 0.5% from the base rate I gave and you have 6.84%, your monthly payment is going to go from 1840 to $1,938. So roughly you have a $100 swing either way, going from the lowest rate you could probably get now to the highest rate you might get. Hope that helps. Okay, a quick rundown on evaluating the condition of the property you're viewing that you might be interested in purchasing. So, from the outside, before you go in through the front door, what does the roof look like? What about the drainage situation? That is, water sloping away from the house. What about the exterior condition around the doors and windows? Okay, now you step into the house. What does the floor look like? What does the floor feel like when you walk on it? What about doors, cabinetry, windows? Will they latch? Do they stick? Are there any cracks in the drywall and the ceiling radiating out from doors and windows? Now, evaluating leaks and stains in terms of water. Look under the cabinets and the sinks in the bathrooms, drips, swollen wood, moldy smell. Look up at the ceiling. Do you see water spots? Now, a quick word on the systems of the house. Maybe take a photo, but the HVAC system. What is the age and brand? Does it feel like it's effectively cooling or heating the house depending on when you're seeing it? What about the water heater? They usually don't last more than 8 to 10 years here in Midland because we have hard water. Check the age, check for rust, look for red flags. The attic and the garage. Is there insulation covering everything, or are there gaps? Is there something missing? Are there dark stains? Is there a musty smell? Then you talk with your agent and selecting a location where you want to live. This is the most hands on portion where you really need to be in the neighborhood, drive around the neighborhood. And if you've landed on a certain home you're most interested in, visit that home multiple points at different periods of the day: morning, afternoon, and evening. What's the noise level like? What's the parking situation like? What's the vibe you get from being there? Do you want to live there at any point in the day? What's your commute like? Right? Pick the three things you know you're going to be out driving for, most likely work, groceries, errands, and community church if you're here in Midland, and calculate your real times. Are you comfortable with that kind of schedule and what it's going to create? And then amenities. What five places are you're going to use on a weekly or daily basis? The park, playground, grocery store, coffee, work, and then walk around the neighborhood. Right? Lighting, sidewalks, activity. Do I want and can I see myself living here? And are the amenities I want close enough that I'm not going to get frustrated with having to go beyond a 10 or 15-minute window to get what I regularly need? Well, I hope that information was helpful. Thank you for listening. If you are moving to West Texas and you don't have an agent you're already working with, I would love to help you out. Here's my information. Have a lovely day.